Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about whether or not your agency is unethical or ethical. We will be talking about whether the things you're doing in your agency currently make you an ethical agency or an unethical agency. Are you doing things the correct way? Are you taking shortcuts that are going to negatively impact the client that you're working with in order for you to gain kind of money? You can kind of use this as a checklist to make sure that you aren't doing it or you aren't going to kind of fall into these mistakes in the future. Number one is you're running the client's ads from your own ad accounts and your own business manager. This is a big no-no. And the reason this is a big no-no is that the client needs to own all of its data. And a lot of people do this unknowingly. However, a lot of people do this in order to spite the client if they ever were to leave them. For example, if you're running ads and the client will be paying for the ad spend in one way or another, which is another point on this list. So if you're running the ads from your ad account and they're paying for the ad spend, they're paying for this traffic production to their website, to their funnel, to whatever outlet you're sending the traffic to, your ad account is now owning the data. The pixel that you put on there is under your business manager. The pixel you put on there is connected to your ad account, and your ad account is owned by you. And this doesn't only apply to the ad account. This applies to every asset that you create for the business, whether it's social pages, whether it's the ad account, whether it's the business manager, whether it's a Facebook pixel, whether it's the domains, whether it's anything that you create. You need to create it under the business owner, under the client's name. And that's what you do in the onboarding process. And 2 videos ago, we did a video on how to onboard them and when to do that kind of session where you connect your business manager to their business manager. And I'm going to do a video in the future on how to do that properly. However, in the meantime, it's important to state that you need to create a business manager for that client's business, not under your name. Don't create a business manager under your Facebook account, because each person can only create 2 business managers. One of them will be for your agency and one of them hopefully will be a backup for your agency. So you're not going to physically be able to do that for everyone. So you need to do it under the business owner. They create their business manager. You create an ad account in their business manager. You create a Facebook pixel in their business manager. You connect the domains to their business manager. You connect their payment information to their business manager. You create everything in their business manager, and you simply gain access from your business manager into their business manager. And the reason why that's such an unethical thing not to do, so if you do all of that in your business manager so that you own it all, it makes it difficult for them to use that data in the future. And as you'll know, if you run any marketing campaign or if you're in this space, that data in the social media marketing agency space is so crucial. That client doesn't have access to their pages. They don't have access to any of the pixel data that have been building on their website through the service that they're paying for. Because not only do you get sales and leads from paying for ads, almost more importantly, you get data from it. You're going to get thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of data points of people going to their website, going to their product pages. And so in the future, when they want to utilize that, they're not going to be able to, because it's on your business manager and it's very difficult to get that information across to them. Number 2 is you don't communicate with the client very regularly. And this is very unethical. And the reason why it's unethical is because the client will always want to know what's happening. And if you're really bad at communicating what you're doing, what results you're getting, what you're working on, what their money's going on, how their ad spend's being spent, what's happening to their ad spend if they're not getting results immediately, all of this stuff needs to be communicated. And if you're not communicating it to them, they're kind of going to be left in the dark and being like, well, what are we really paying Harry for? Like, why are we paying him $2,000 a month when we have no idea what he's doing? You know, in the first couple of months, we're not really getting any sales in, rightly so, because of the testing phase, and you figure out conversion rates of websites, sales funnels, landing pages. But if you're not communicating to them, they're kind of going to be like, well, is he really doing anything? Like, that's your job. And it is unethical because it's going to leave a bad taste in their mouth if you're not communicating it in the correct way. So make sure you communicate properly, you report your results well, you have regular meetings with your clients, and they are on the same page as you and they understand what's happening. Number 3, which links very heavily to my first one, is you pay the client's ad spend. And this isn't necessarily making you unethical. It is if you do snidey tactics to make more money off of it. However, what a lot of unethical agencies do, and we've firsthand seen this with clients that we've worked with, is that they'll work with a client will work with an agency. An agency will invoice them at the start of every month saying, right, you owe us £5,000. That'll be £2,500 for our service fee, £2,500 for your ad spend, and we'll connect our agency bank card to the ad account. You don't need to create any ad accounts. We'll just run them all our end. And what they'll do is they'll only spend £1,000 of that ad spend on the ads, and so they've pocketed £1,500 in the shift. So they think they're spending 2.5 on ad spend, but they're actually only spending 1,000. And that's very unethical, because you've agreed with them that your service fee is only worth 2,500, and they're going to be putting 2.5 in to ad spend. And if you're not doing that, that's very unethical. And taking it away from the unethical side of things, it's just a pain in the ass for you. Like you're going to have massive Facebook ad bills. It's going to be a pain invoicing them and recharging them if it's not correct. They're going to be really odd amounts of money coming out of your bank each time, especially if it's a new business that's not run ads before. It's going to be like £7, £12, and there's going to loads be payments coming out of your account for loads of different clients, and it's just unnecessary. Set up their business manager, set up their pages, their pixels, their domains, their ad accounts, connect the payments in the right way, and connect their debit or credit card to their business manager, and you don't see any of the ad spend. They pay you the service fee, and then you just manage that ad spend on their behalf, and they can even put a cap on the ad spend on the ad account if they don't trust you, or if that's a way that you can negotiate with. Number 4 is that you do the bare minimum for your clients. And what I mean by this, and this is why we don't offer packages, is because when we work with a client, we know the best thing to do that's going to get them the most optimal results. And we, as an agency, Tom and I's agency, we have no interest in doing anything but the thing that's going to get them the best results. It would be too frustrating for us. So we don't offer them. If we know that a client needs Facebook ads, sales funnel creation, email marketing, a good go high level follow-up sequence and operation, we're not going to offer them a package for half the money with only Facebook ads. We will just not work with that client, because we don't want to work with clients that aren't going to get the most out of us, because that's going to affect our brand. Because we know running Facebook ads to their website is going to get them shit results, because the website needs loads of work. So we're only going to work with them if they take on the whole package, and really that's rightly so, and 99% of the time that's always the case anyway. But going back to my point of being unethical, if you're not doing the best you can for the client, and you're not kind of learning these new strategies, if you've signed a client on a 6-month contract, and on month 2 they've said, oh Harry, you're bringing in loads of leads, but we're not getting anywhere, we can't convert them because there's no solid follow-up sequence in place, and you've got a go high level strategy that is going to solve that issue, and you're not doing it for them, then that's an issue, because you're not doing the best you can for that client, and that's your fault for accepting a contract when you know that's not going to get them the results that they want and the results you've sold them. So don't sell them on 100 new customers a month, knowing full well that to get those 100 customers a month, you need a solid sales funnel, you need good email marketing, and you've let them sign without paying for it, and it's just going to cause you loads of problems in the back end. So just make sure you're doing everything you can to get them the most optimal results, and going way above and beyond for that customer. Even when you remove the service stuff I've just mentioned, say for example there's a receptionist on the front desk, and she's ringing up all of the leads that comes through in order to convert them, and she's really struggling to get anywhere. She's getting loads of objections. She doesn't know how to handle objections. She doesn't know how to communicate in the correct way. Get on a 30-minute call with that receptionist and give her some really brief training on how to handle objections. Because if you don't do that, you're just going to lose them as a client. Because if no one helps this poor receptionist who's trying her best, and you're just saying, well, we're doing our job, we're bringing in loads of leads, but you're not converting them, so that's your fault. Well, you can say that, but they're just going to turn around in 2 months' time and say, yes, it is our fault, but we can't do it. We need help to convert them. And you're just sat there blaming us. Like, what do you want us to do? We're just not going to work with you anymore because it's not proving profitable. And then you're going to go, oh, shit, I should have just put an hour in, helped her handle objections, and we would have been fine. So that's the way you need to think about it. And it's a way that I think the YouTube industry and gurus on this platform, on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram, who talk about social media, they kind of demonize that side of things. They say, because social media marketing and SMMA is supposed to be this highfalutin, get rich quick scheme on Instagram, sit on a beach in Bali while your agency runs itself. When you say you're getting on a 30-minute consultancy call with a receptionist for free in order to help them convert the leads, in order to keep them for 10 months longer, people are like, oh, Harry, I've never heard anyone do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm worth more than that. I was like, no, you're not. They're your client. You need to look after them. It's got your best interest in heart because you're going to keep them longer. It's got their best interest in heart because they're going to start actually making money from your services, and you're going to keep them for a lot longer. So hopefully that makes sense. But hopefully enjoyed that video, guys. That's a very short and sweet video there. 4 or 5 things that kind of make your agency unethical, what to do to make it ethical, things to really focus your attention on in 2023 in order to make your agency stand out from the crowd. So hopefully you enjoyed that video, guys. If you've not watched our previous video, it was on 5 ways to level up your ads in 2023 because the paid ads industry is becoming a lot more competitive. So there are 5 things that you can really start to implement from today moving into the new year on how to really make your ads stand out from the crowd. So hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Make sure you subscribe, follow us both on Instagram because we answer questions every single day on SMMA. Any help that you need, just drop us a message there. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that video.